why the media has been hostile to your government, because it couldn't be for, without reason.
Wherever any individual has gone astray or not done too well in this government, the government has taken strict action against those gentlemen. Nobody in India believes that his integrity is in doubt. He is one of the most honest politicians that we have, and he has contributed along with Mrs. Gandhi.
So you don't feel that, that Dr. Manmohan Singh has become a political liability for the Congress party? And this murmur about a section in the party saying that he should be replaced in the last 1 year, is that true, or you feel it's complete speculation?
I think that's only speculation, and there is no thought process in that way.
TMC leader Dinesh Trivedi. He raised the rail fare in the 2012 rail budget, breaking away from his party's official position. Back then, he perhaps felt the Prime Minister's pragmatism was more important than his own party's populism. His party sacked him.
No, a Prime Minister is a Prime Minister, and in a cabinet it is a Prime Minister, and all the colleagues in the cabinet, they matter. So in democracy, it's never a single voice, then it's not democracy.
Prime Minister as a leader was with your decision or proposal.
That you cannot have any budget passed without the sanction of the Finance Minister and the Prime Minister. We are not intelligent enough to understand that in a democracy, even within the party, difference should not be considered as defiance.
I mean, Dr. Manmohan Singh has his quality, has a certain predilection, in the sense, I mean, he's got certain very strong views. All these 4 years virtually have gone into dealing with one scam after the other. I mean, that is what has been the major preoccupation. And anybody would be a harassed individual if you have to deal with all such scams. I won't place anything as a personal attribute, but I think the circumstances have become such that it's difficult to steer this boat.
There has been so much speculation about the fact that the party does not support the Prime Minister as aggressively as it did, say, in 2009, where he was a main vote catcher for the government, but now it feels that he's perhaps become a political liability. Do you agree with that perception as a partyman?
No, he is worked, it is what in tandem with the UPA president, and the kind of things that this government has managed to do, be it the kind of social reforms. These are huge steps that both of them in tandem have taken.
The Prime Minister of a big country like India must be a natural leader of India. And I'm sorry to say, Dr. Manmohan Singh was never a mass leader. Even now, in the 10th year, he has chosen to take the Rajya Sabha route. Good luck to him. His two USPs, a good economist and honest image, both have suffered a serious dent when India has been reduced to the most corrupt government since independence. If that is the case, I'm surely it will impinge on his political stature as well.
Since the inception of UPA, two major allies, the DMK and the TMC, have broken ranks. The ones who still remain muted in their defense of the Prime Minister.
Well, it happens when you lead a coalition government. This type of problem always arises. And I think because TMC and DMK, they have their own problem. They represent their regional aspiration. So it was their compulsion, I think, to take a stand on those issues.
The chairman of the Congress media cell, Janardhan Dwivedi, coming out in defense of the Prime Minister, rubbishing reports of any party government divide, saying that the PM will remain till 2014. Is this then the writing on the wall? This far and no further for the Prime Minister?
फिलहाल प्रधानमंत्री के पद का सवाल ही नहीं है। सरकार चल रही है, प्रधानमंत्री हैं। जहां तक कैंपेन का सवाल है या लीडरशिप का सवाल है, अभियान का प्रश्न है, चुनाव अभियान का प्रश्न है या चुनाव के बाद नेतृत्व का प्रश्न है, इसका फैसला पार्टी बाद में करेगी।
In the coming election in 2014, it's very unlikely that he'll be projected again as Prime Minister. But I don't think there's any great difference between today and 2006 or 2007. You know, the Congress party, by and large, they're not very happy with Manmohan Singh.
So you think that he has another chance in 2014?
No, I mean, unless there's a miracle. The party has already made it clear that he is there till 2014. Otherwise, the party would have said, well, he continues to be our Prime Minister. But they have put the date. I don't think he will now even want to, after the way he's been damaged.
Youth Congress workers clashing with the police. They want to protest outside the BJP office. They are miffed over the attack on the Prime Minister.
If it rains too much, they want his resignation. If it rains too little, they want his resignation. If the gold prices go down, they want his resignation. So in fact, it's become a joke. You know, and I can understand they still haven't got over their loss in the last elections, and that is why they take their frustration out on the Prime Minister, because they pitched the whole campaign on how the country has a very weak Prime Minister, and the government and the public gave them a befitting reply to that. I think that is something that they have never forgiven the Prime Minister for. So I think they keep asking for his resignation.
I'm sorry for making this comment, but Dr. Manmohan Singh has always excelled as a study of someone. Mr. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister. Then he sought to excel as the Finance Minister in terms of opening of India's economy. During the Narasimha Rao regime, some people made some allegations against him. He publicly resigned and he had to be persuaded. There is so much have been wrongdoing. Has Dr. Manmohan Singh shown that instinct of resignation and owning up accountability even once?
If you are at the top, sometimes when things don't go right and whatever tough decision you are supposed to take, you better take it. I was also quite disappointed that why? I mean, power is not permanent. Power for the sake of power is vulgar.
And that is where the Prime Minister is failing to...
I can't comment on him. I leave it to his judgment. You see, in public life, we live by perception. And perception of the people is sometimes greater than the real stuff.
So this whole idea that the PM is isolated, that he is not being supported, you completely think that that is not something that is actually there on ground?
I don't think he enjoys the full support of the Sonia ji and the support of the Congress party.
I think that decision would rest more on him personally, rather than the party saying no.
Forcing many to think, despite the clamour for his ouster from within a section of the Congress, has it become party's compulsion to placate Singh? For the party president, has Manmohan Singh become the Tina factor?
Do you think that there is no alternative to Prime Minister Manmohan Singh at this moment, and that's why...
There is always a
Congress
question, after Nehru who, after Gandhi who, after Indira Gandhi who, and we have to trust the people of this country. They'll always throw up leadership. So there is never a vacuum.
All this only reinforces his pathetic condition. What has happened to India's governance? That is a very important aspect which Dr. Manmohan Singh cannot overlook as far as any judgment on his leadership of the country is concerned.
Congress has a background, a history. This type of controversy comes. I think this is not correct.
In 2014, when the campaign really starts in a big way, is it going to be Rahul Gandhi who's going to lead it? Is it going to be Dr. Manmohan Singh, or is it going to be Mrs. Gandhi?
See, it will be led by Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. There's no doubt about it. But by the very fact that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been made the in charge for planning for 2014 campaign and campaign strategy, it means that that Mr. Rahul Gandhi would be at the helm of affairs as far as campaign goes.
They've decided, it seems to me, that they will continue with Dr. Manmohan Singh, because whatever damage has been done has been done. Because you see, to lose the Prime Minister, is a big drop. I mean, look at the propaganda mileage for the opposition.
From Teflon PM in 2005 to being called weak in 2013. From the man who had his way in the nuclear deal to battling allegations of being hands-off, his own party is now skeptical. A section blaming him for the tumult. Is this the ungraceful end to a celebrated career?